Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Brooke from Triforce. So for today's practice, we will be needing a strap. So if you need to go grab one, go for it. I'm using my bathrobe tie. Dog leashes work great too, even a towel. So to start, we're gonna lie down. Soles of the feet are gonna be together. We'll place one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. And just taking a moment to connect to the breath. Notice how we're feeling in this moment. We're going to start a 3-part breath where we'll inhale to the belly and hold, inhale to the rib cage and hold, inhale to the chest and hold, and then exhale out through the mouth. Let's try that. Inhale to the belly, inhale to the rib cage, inhale to the chest, exhale. Inhale to the belly, to the ribs, to the chest, and exhale out through the mouth. Inhale to the belly, ribs, chest, and exhale out through the mouth. Come back to a more regular breath. We'll allow the knees to come close and we'll make our way to a seated position. Check that the sit bones are pressed into the earth. Right hand's going to come out. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, side bend towards the right. Check that left sit bone is pressed into the earth. And maybe walking the right hand out a little bit more if you need. Let's bring the left hand down, inhale, right arm up, side bend on the other side. Again, maybe walking that left hand out, but we want to make sure that the sit bone is pressed, the right sit bone is pressed into the earth. Let's walk that hand back. And we'll bring our feet out in front of us. And we'll bend the left knee. And bringing the opposite arm on the outside. And the other arm at the base of the spine. Maybe bringing the gaze over that shoulder. And we'll bend the other leg. Arm comes on the outside, the other hand at the base of the spine. Just enjoying this twist here. Again, maybe taking the gaze over the shoulder. Want to make sure that spine is nice and long. And we can release that. Let's make our way into a tabletop position. Wrists right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and neck in line with the spine. We'll exhale, pushing up through the palms, rounding the back to cat pose. Inhale, making our way to cow. Exhale, pushing up through the palms, rounding the back. Inhale, cow, chest comes towards the floor, looking forward. Exhale, pushing up through the palms. And inhale, making our way to cow. We'll come back to a neutral spine, curling those toes under, lifting the knees, floating or elevated table, back is nice and flat, core is engaged, feeling the arms fire up here, and then we'll step back to plank, stretching those heels back, pushing up through our palms. Breath is nice and present. On the exhale, lift the tailbone up towards the sky, downward facing dog. As always, walk out your first down dog. Move the body however you feel it needs to be moved. Warming up, bringing awareness. We'll come to a holding position. Spreading the fingers. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, we'll step or jump the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to be making our way into tree pose. So we'll inhale the right leg up. And we can bring that out towards the side and then placing that foot above or below the knee, not on the knee. Let's bring the hands to heart center, or maybe expressing your tree any other way. Find a spot to focus on and check that you're giving some of the weight to the left pinky side toe of the left foot. Let's bring that leg back to center. We're going to set it down and go right into chair pose. Sending the hips back, weight in the heels, waking those legs up, trying to relax the shoulders from the ears, and exhale, folding forward. The arms be nice and heavy, head nice and heavy, maybe swaying if that feels nice for you. And then we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Make sure you have a bend in the knees. Chin is the last thing to come up. We can get that on the other side. So passing the weight to the right foot, we're going to inhale the left leg up, out towards the side, and placing that above or below the knee. Bringing the hands to heart center, really pushing through those palms, lots of energy. And then maybe, if you so choose, to express your tree any other way. Bring the hands, or rather the foot back down and sitting into chair pose. Take a look, see if you can see your big toes. If not, try and send the hips back if you can. And again, we want the chest always to be facing forward, relaxing the shoulders, and exhale, fold forward, release that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the earth, right leg steps back. Inhaling the arms up for low lunge. Left leg is pulling back, right is going forward. Maybe taking the gaze up towards the ceiling. From here, let's bring the hands to the earth. We'll curl the back toes and step back to plank. And then we're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest, going for our tiger curls. Let's set that shin down. Inhale, stretching the chest forward, kind of like cow. Exhale, pushing up, kind of like cat. Bring that knee up with you. Inhale, setting it all down, stretching the chest forward. Exhale, pushing it on up, engage that core. Inhale, setting it all down. Exhale, back up, and we'll straighten that leg back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift those hips, relax the heels. Bend the knees, looking between the hands, stepping or jumping the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the earth. Left leg steps back this time. Inhaling the arms up, low lunge. Activate those legs. Right leg's pulling back. Left is going forward. Maybe playing with the gaze a little bit. On the exhale, folding forward, curling the back toes, stepping back to plank. This time we're going to bring the left knee in towards the chest for our tiger curls, pushing up through the palms. Inhale, setting the shin down, stretching the chest forward. Exhale, draw that knee in. Lots of core here, lots of arms. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, pushing up really, really through those palms. Inhale, setting it down. Exhale, pushing up, engage that core. And we'll step that foot back to plank. And exhale, lift those hips, downward facing dog. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, we'll step or jump the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the earth, stepping or jumping the feet back. Option to lower the knees. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, we'll step or jump the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Just going to set my block up on the right side of the mat. We're going to start with a balancing pose, and then we'll be making our way through a little series. So we'll bring the hands on the hips, inhaling the right leg up, trying to keep the thigh parallel to the ground. Maybe staying there, maybe stretching the left hand out, crossing it over, maybe bringing the right arm back. So there's a lot of maybes here. Choose the maybe that's best for you. Maybe just staying center with the leg lifted is what you need today. We'll bring the hands back to the hips, stepping that foot back into warrior two. So try and align the heels. Front toes are facing forward and the right toes are facing towards the right side of your mat. Inhale the arms up for warrior two. Checking that you're giving some of the weight to the outside of that foot, the front foot rather, and the gaze is just over top of those front fingertips. We'll step it on forward. Left hand's going to come down onto the block, half moon pose. So trying to stack the hips, maybe keeping the right hand on the hip. You could also come down for as many breaks as you might need. We're going to set that back leg into high lunge, inhaling the arms up, trying to keep the back leg as straight as we can get it, and giving some of the weight to the outside of that front foot. We'll bring the hands to heart center. Option to go for a twist here in the lunge, trying to keep the hands at the center of the chest. We're going to step the right foot forward right into chair with a twist. Try and keep that seat down if we can, and inhale back to center. Exhale, folding forward, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the earth. We'll step or jump the feet back. Option to lower the knees. We're going to go for a few chaturanga lowers. We're going to lower down and back up. So almost all the way down, not all the way though. We want to keep the elbows nice and close to the body. That's it. Keep going. Inhale, lower. Exhale, back up. This time coming down for a hold and lowering all the way down. And we're going to make our way into a child's pose here. Just take a little break, reset. Option to have the knees together or apart. We'll make our way back up into a tabletop. We'll curl those toes, lifting the knees, butt towards the heel and tailbone up towards the sky. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, we'll step or jump the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Getting into the balancing pose on the other side, hands on the hips. This time we're going to inhale the left leg up. Stretching the right arm towards the front of the mat, crossing it over. And maybe stretching the left hand back. Let's bring the hands back to the hips, stretching that leg back into warrior two. Take your time setting this up. Adjust if need be. When you're ready, inhaling the arms up, exhale, bending into the front knee. Again, we want to make sure that we're protecting the knee. So we want to align the knee and the ankle. So giving some of the weight to the outside of that right foot will do the trick there. We'll step it on forward right into our half moon pose. So trying to stack those hips and maybe stretching the left hand up. You can also keep it on the hip. That's a-okay. Lots of balance here. And we'll set that leg down right into high lunge. Set yourselves up, inhaling the arms up towards the sky. Again, protecting that front knee as always. Inhaling the hands to heart center, option to stay here or on the exhale, twisting towards the right. Want to keep that spine nice and long, and the hands are in the center of the chest. We'll step the back foot forward right into our chair pose with a twist or center, and twist is optional. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward, placing the hands on the earth, stepping or jumping the feet back. So this time we're going to make our way into a forearm plank. You can also come down to the knees as I just showed. Option here to lift one leg if you'd like. Keeping the breath nice and present. We don't want to be holding it here. Changing legs if you have one up. You've got this. We're almost there. Setting that foot back down. And you can lower those knees down. We're going to take a quick child's pose here. Option to have the knees together or apart, arms wrapped around behind or in front. Whatever feels best for you. We'll slowly make our way back up into that tabletop. So we're going to stretch the right leg back. Left leg can come out like a kickstand, and stacking the hips will option to lift the right leg. You can also keep it on the ground if it's more comfortable for your hip. Listen to your body. Setting that down, back to tabletop. We're going to inhale the right arm up. Exhale, weaving it on through, threading the needle, setting the right ear and cheek down. Maybe stretching the left arm towards the front of the mat. Or if you feel like you really need more out of this twist, maybe stretching the right hand up towards the ceiling. Really challenge yourself here to relax your face into the mat. Relax the space between the eyebrows. Let's bring that left hand back, pushing up, and then releasing the right arm. Making our way into our balance pose on the other side. Again, option to lift the leg here. Listen to your body, whatever feels best for you. Maybe taking the gaze towards the top hand. You can set that down, back into tabletop. This time inhaling the left arm up. Exhale, weaving it on through. And setting it down, maybe stretching the right arm towards the front of the mat. Or bringing that arm up towards the sky, or maybe on the back. Again, listen to your body as always. Let's bring that right hand back to the starting position, pushing through the right hand, releasing the left arm up towards the sky, and then placing that down. Curl the toes under, lifting the knees, bringing the butt towards the heel and tailbone up towards the sky. Take a few breaths here, and then bending the knees, looking between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center. This is when we're going to need our handy dandy strap or bathrobe tie in my case. So we're going to be making our way into a dancer pose. So we're going to put the right foot in the strap, and then we're going to cross the strap. So change hands so you make an X. And then with your left leg, you're going to step over the X, passing the weight to the left foot. When you're ready, picking up the right foot. Maybe just hang out here, working on the balance, trying to keep the knees aligned. Or maybe bringing the straps up behind the head. Maybe into the right arm, and maybe stretching the left arm forward. You can gently release the arms and then the leg. We're going to get set for the other side. I forgot to mention, a wall is really great for this one too. If you want to face the wall and do it, you can rest your hand on the wall. Let's bring the left foot into the strap, making the X. Right leg's going to step through, passing the weight to the right foot. Pick that left foot up. Maybe hang it out here, I'd say okay. Or bringing the arms maybe a little bit higher. Bringing the straps into the left hand and stretching the right arm forward. You can gently release that down. And we can just set the strap to the side. I'm going to go for a few flows here. If you've had enough flows, you can either take a child's pose or a down dog. Inhaling the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing the hands in the earth, stepping or jumping the feet back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, stepping or jumping the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing the hands on the earth, stepping or jumping the feet back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. I'm going rather quick, but you can also slow these down. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, stepping or jumping the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing the hands on the earth, stepping or jumping the feet back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. That's it. We'll gently bring the knees down to the earth. We're done with those flows. We're going to come to a seated position with the knees bent. We're going to do a little bit of core with boat pose, and then we'll add some movement. So let's grab onto our hamstrings, bringing our chest forward, spine nice and long. We'll walk the feet back and then picking the feet up. We'll bring the hands just beside the buttocks. And we're going to go for some extensions here. Inhale, lengthening out. Exhale, bringing the knees back in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You got it. A few more. Keep it going. Lengthening out. Drawing the knees back in. Last one. You've got it. Oh, I lied. A few more. And now we can set it down. Let's hug the knees in towards the chest. Quick counter here. We're going to make our way onto our back, grabbing our strap, whatever that may look like. We'll straighten both legs, and then we'll bring the right leg up. We're going to hammock the heel. We'll just start with the leg front on, enjoying the stretch, gently bringing that leg towards the torso. And with control, we're going to allow the leg to fall out towards the right. Strap in the right hand. You can check yourself by putting your left hand on your hip, making sure that hip's still pressed into the earth. If it's not, bring that leg back. Let's bring that leg back to center. Changing hands with the strap, we'll bring the leg towards the left. This time put your right hand on your right hip, and you can check yourself to make sure that the right hip is pressing down. So it might be a small movement like myself, and that's okay. And bring that leg back to center, hug the knee in towards the chest, and release the foot. Let's get the left foot hammocked up. So we'll put the heel or the strap on the heel, and crossing behind the leg, and bring the straps out in front. So starting front on here, again, just gently bringing that leg towards the torso. Do a nice stretch. And passing the straps into the left hand, allowing that leg to fall out towards the left. And check yourself, the right hand and your hip. And inhale back to center, changing hands with the straps, and then coming out towards the left. So again, it might be a small movement, that's a-okay. And we can bring it back to center and then hug that knee in towards the chest. And releasing down, right into Shavasana. Feel free to take any variation that feels best for you. Arms and legs naturally falling out towards the side. Relaxing the space between the brows. Unclenching the jaw. And taking these next few minutes to just simply be. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.